Sheila, would you like to meet Brian? And yeah, I was a bit overwhelmed seeing someone so beautiful.
What's funny, Ava? Because Grandpa thought Grandma was beautiful.
This is where I wanna be, nah, nah, nah. Never ever gonna leave, nah, nah, nah. You ain't gonna get it from me. I'm like, nah, 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 nah.
Yo guys, it is me. And as you know, I am awesome. Take caution. I've noticed that I'm in my princess dress. Just say hi to my grandma. And first my doggy. Hi, say hi, pretty hi. And here's my grandma.
Hello.
Joe for me. Awesome as I wanna be.
What's up, guys? Welcome to another day in my life. Honestly, this week has been a really uneventful week. Zoe and I, we've both been miserably sick all week, so we've just been laying low at home, doing not too much. Ava, with her super immune system, has somehow managed to get through all of this without being sick. Before we get into today's vlog, I wanted to ask you guys a question. Is there anybody out there who watches me who has experience in putting out children's books? I know you're not supposed to tell people about stuff that you want to do before you do it. You're supposed to just suddenly succeed and have everybody be like, wow, I can't believe you did that. At least that's what everybody on social media tells me. But one of the things that I love about making these videos is the community of people who've watched and helped me do things that I had no idea how to do. There's certain types of books that my kids engage with and that I enjoy reading. And that's books that rhyme, books that are fun, a little bit silly, and have a really creative story. And I've taken all of those elements that I like in a book and that my kids like in a book, and I have written a story that I think is a really cool story. And I don't know how to go about this whole thing, but I really want to put this book out because I think you guys will really like it, and I know my kids will really like it. So if there's anybody out there who has any tips on how to self-publish a children's book, I would love to hear from you guys in the comments. So since it was Earth Day, I decided to use this as an opportunity to take Ava for a walk through nature and plant some seeds, pun intended, about important issues like global warming and how we can take care of the environment. Zoe's at home with my parents because she's not feeling very well. And I actually thought I would talk to Ava about global warming today. I've been teaching her all about global warming and how we need to take care of the environment and all about trees while we're at this big, beautiful park, and why it's important to plant more trees and not to cut down the forests and the superpowers of trees. What is a tree's superpower?
So the leaves can suck up the bad air and release clean air.
They can, and what's that called? Think of a camera. That's your clue.
A camera? How is that gonna help?
Think of a photo. Photo what? Photosynthesis.
Photosynthesis
Is the process of them sucking up the CO2 and then releasing clean oxygen, which is what we breathe. It's a lot to take in, but I figure it's something that I gotta teach her while she's young so that she can think about it as she grows up. I think it's a little bit over her head right now, but you know, plant the seed. Dude, that was a bad dad pun right there about teaching her we need to plant more trees and take care of our environment. I wonder what you wished for.
What do you think?
I think you wish that Granny and Grandpa would get their house soon.
I don't know.
What are you guys doing?
We've got school.
You're playing school and Grandma's the teacher. And all your dolls are students. Oh wow, you got a full-on classroom set up.
Yeah. And two of them are at the principal's office.
They're at the principal's office?
But
Why
over
are they
there.
at the principal's office?
In the UV room over there.
What? What did they do to get put in?
Maybe Yeah.
What did they do to get put in the principal's office?
They were jumping out of their seats so many times.
Oh no.
No, they weren't.
Did you-
was there watching you from the window the whole time.
Did you put them in the principal's office or did the teacher?
Hey, you're not allowed to. You're a student. Not me. You have to go to the principal's office too. No, it doesn't.
It's her game. Let her play it the way that she wants, Ava. So the other day, I shared the story of how my parents met in West Papua in a 1-minute video. So I didn't really delve deep. I just shared the basics of how they met, and a lot of people really enjoyed hearing the story because I think a lot of you guys didn't actually know their story, and it is an amazing story. And I just wanted to ask what your first impressions were when you met each other, since now we know, or now they know how you met and how many years it took for you guys to actually get together. Dad, what was your first impression of Mum when you met her?
Well, I thought she looked pretty amazing, but she wasn't well at the time. I was introduced to her by my Bible school teacher who was there at the time. He said, Brian, I must introduce you to our Scottish nurse, Sheila. Sheila, would you like to meet Brian? And yeah, I was a bit overwhelmed seeing someone so beautiful.
What's funny, Ava? Because Grandpa thought Grandma was beautiful. What was wrong with Mum when you first met her? You said she wasn't well.
I guess a bit like a really bad cold.
What was your first impression of Dad when you met?
Well, I thought he was really nice, but
Why are you so giggly?
Grandpa's laughing.
and he did go and get me a glass of water to stop the coughing.
Oh, that's nice. Very chivalrous. Did you remember him when you met him again?
Oh yes, when I came back for my second term, I was met by the wife of who was in the sort of leader of our mission, and she said, I've just met the ideal husband for you.
That it still took years and years and years.
Well, I thought there's no way I'm ever going to Australia.
That's something that a lot of people commented on the video, was that they always assumed you had met in Australia and then gone over there, and Australia was the last place you would ever imagine you would end up. But I think love sometimes is sacrifice and making things work. You know, sometimes love takes you places that you never thought it would, and you just have to go with it.
Well, for us too, it was very much God's leading every part of our lives. We've always sought guidance from the Lord and followed it.
A lot of people asked for another video with my parents after watching that video, so maybe if they want to, we can do another video in the future if you guys want to do something like that.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Mum got really emotional when she saw the video that I made. I really enjoy going through all those photo albums. I mean, obviously I've seen all the pictures before, but it was cool going through them for the first time in a while, just looking at all these old pictures, and it's just incredible. I would love to go back to West Papua one day, and I'm sure you guys would love to as well.
Yes, but I know I'll never be back now, but yeah, it'd be good if you and Dad could go.
Such a beautiful country, and I definitely hope that the people of West Papua get the freedom that they deserve one day. If you don't know much about what's going on in West Papua, I definitely encourage you to read about it, because I feel like A, a lot of people don't know where West Papua is. B, a lot of people don't know what's going on over there. So I forgot to end today's vlog, so this is a couple of days later. Thanks so much for watching today's video. I hope you all had a great day. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. Also, I'm doing a bit of an experiment at the moment. For an entire month, I'm going to be posting one YouTube short every single day. So if you would like to watch them, keep checking back. I know the YouTube algorithm doesn't actually serve these videos to you guys. It's really weird. Hardly anybody gets to see them. And then some of them will just suddenly show up in the shorts feed. It's bizarre how it works, but I'm doing a bit of an experiment this month just to see if it can help grow my channel, because I've been diving into the analytics of my channel, trying to figure out why my videos just hardly get seen by anybody. And I noticed something. I noticed that my click-through ratio is actually pretty good, but my videos are hardly getting served to anybody. I'm starting to wonder if my channel is actually shadow banned. I used to just think it was, all right, people don't want to watch me anymore because it's a whole different type of channel than they initially signed up for, which made sense for a while. But then when I looked at my click-through ratio, I'm like, hey, it's actually pretty good. But why are hardly anybody getting to see my videos? So I'm doing this little experiment with YouTube Shorts to see if it can potentially give the channel a bit of a boost. So if you guys want to watch me on a daily basis, there will be daily videos. Yeah, this month. I've started it already, but yeah, they're going to continue for a little while. And let me know what you think of the shorts as well. I still do plan on doing the longer videos, but I'm also going to be experimenting with these short ones as well. Anyway, have a great day, guys. This is the story of how my parents met in the jungle of West Papua. My mother was a nurse from Scotland who spent 13 years volunteering her skills to help others. For the majority of her time, she lived in a very remote area of the highlands with the Yali people. Getting in and out was really tricky and the landing strips were sketchy. People would sometimes trek for days just to receive medical treatment from my mum. My father was a builder from Australia and he volunteered for 11 years. He moved around a bit, but he spent the majority of his time in a place called Kamor. In 1974, my parents first met at a Christian conference and got to know each other, but they didn't see each other again for a whole 2 years. In 1976, they met again when my dad visited the highlands to help build a new church that was going up. This is when they really began to build a friendship, but once the project was done, they didn't see each other again for years. In 1981, they met at another conference, and within a few weeks, my dad had popped the question. Mum said yes, and they got married not long after. And then as time went on, they had me. We continued living in Kamor for a couple of years and then moved to Scotland. But that's another story.